Folks, my name is Chris M. Sprague, and I've been doing videos, as I joke around, more years than I care to count. And while I might not look that old, I kind of consider myself the Dick Clark of this industry. So we won't even get to talking about age. I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out in a second. I started off my life and career on the stage. I was an actor, and by the time I was in high school, I was running the high school television station, and I knew my life was going to be spent either in front of or behind the camera. Little did I know that I would take a large detour away from entertaining and jump into the information technology field. Now, why that made sense for me was because I was a programmer, and it was creativity that I really longed for. And whether it was on the stage, in front of the camera, behind the camera, creativity in IT, creativity is one of the things that fuels and drives my passions. One of the reasons I love working with authors and coaches and speakers, entrepreneurs and business owners like yourself, and providing that creative level and collaborating on that creative level of great video that you can put out. So I got into IT and was fairly successful, senior director for a Fortune 500 company, and then it hit. That nasty thing that everybody goes through at some point in their life, that deep, dark time. For me, it started off as a couple of layoffs, progressed into not being able to get back into the IT world, progressed to me starting a coaching business around leadership. I've got a master's in leadership and all this other stuff that always told me I was supposed to be doing and teaching people leadership. And my coaching business wasn't a roaring success, shall we say. It got to the point where my wife looked at me, my now ex-wife looked at me and said, if you don't shut this business down, I'm leaving. And that was a hard thing for me to take, because I knew if the business would be successful, that she would just say, hey, we're good, everything will be okay. And it's not because she's monetarily focused, it's because when you have an unsuccessful business, it's very stressful on a marriage and very stressful on a relationship. So I stuck to my guns, she stuck to hers, and now she's living what I believe, I guess, because I don't talk to her anymore, a nice, happy, fulfilled life. I know that my life took a drastic change. That dark point of her deciding she wanted to leave forced me to question everything, forced me to take a look at everything I was doing. And what I realized, and what I've come to realize, is that my purpose in this world, the thing I live for, is producing great videos, whether it be for myself or for epic people like yourself, and getting the message out, whether it be on the internet, on television, on radio, whatever the medium happens to be. So to recap very briefly, I started life as an actor and entertainer, was running a high school television station by the time I was a teenager. I was videotaping bands and doing roadie stuff. That's one thing I left out. I was videotaping bands and doing roadie work for bands, shortly thereafter, and always thought I was going to be in this industry. Then I needed to make more money, so I jumped into IT. Was fairly successful, but got laid off, and it started me down this path to where we're talking today. At the end, and after I shut the coaching business down, so to speak, or changed directions, pivoted multiple times, it's what led me back into video, and what led me back into entertaining, performing, and helping folks just like you getting their message out to the world. And it's what brought me to where we are today, where I've got my own digital television network, and we're bringing on new channels and new shows all the time, host my own show, and it's just the epicness is growing, and it can grow for you too, all through the power of video. Our topic today is, how do you get viewers to turn into clients?
To watch the rest of this epic webinar, visit ProCoachTV.com and claim your free membership. Do it now, you'll be glad you did. Are you still here? What are you waiting for? Go to ProCoachTV.com right now and claim your free membership.